Good morning. My name is Steve Richards, and I am honored to have the opportunity to contribute to F&I Fuel. I want to thank Jeremiah and everyone at Strategic Diversified for giving me this opportunity. I hope I can lend something that has the ability to help somebody do something better. Now, my outfit. I'm doing live training today. This is only the second time I've done live training since March 17th. So I'm adhering to the rules that the dealership is set up and my company is set up by wearing a mask and latex gloves. Now, I'm told that I look much younger with this mask on, so it's not all bad. And a number of people have asked me how this pandemic compares to the last pandemic. And I was not alive during the last pandemic, contrary to what many people have thought in the past. I didn't really know what to say today. Then I got to thinking, well, this is my second day of live training, but I've done about 75 webinars in the last couple months. And on one of the slides that I use, I titled it, what's different, what's going to be different, what will never be the same. And by the way, that slide has changed a number of times because things keep changing. For example, initially I thought, well, gee, when this thing breaks, there's going to be a huge pent-up demand and people are going to flow to the showrooms and there's going to be record months had by all. And then 36 million people lost their jobs. So I said, well, that sort of cancels out the huge pent-up demand, being that unemployed people don't make very good automotive prospects. So I've had to change my thinking there. Initially, I thought that when things opened up, and in Georgia things have opened up just a bit, in some of the other areas where I have worked with dealers, that they've also opened up. I said, well, there's going to be a massive movement to online shopping and very little floor traffic. Well, that hasn't turned out to be the case either. For a while I had a line in there that said the up bus is parked and it's not running. Well, now that line has been changed. The up bus is running, it's just not full, but it is running. That's been a pleasant surprise. But I thought what I'd do is just talk about some of the things I've talked to other salespeople, sales managers, F&I managers, and dealers about for the last couple months. Here's what I know pretty much for sure. Social distancing is here to stay for a while. I don't think that's going away anytime soon. I hope I'm wrong, but I don't think I am. So we have to adapt. In December, it took on average about 4+ hours to buy a car or truck, new or used. I don't think people are going to put up with hanging out at a dealership for 4+ hours anymore. And it's crazy because, the number one complaint about buying a car for a long time has been the time it takes. And every automobile person I've ever talked to said, gee, we'd like to do it faster. Well, if the customer wants to do it faster and we want to do it faster, how come we haven't done it faster? And the answer is most sales processes are the same sales processes that I grew up with in the 70s and 80s. Very little has changed. I think that's about to change. Appointment setting. I think appointment setting is more important than ever. It's always been important, but right now it's more important than ever. For a while I had a line on this slide that says everybody's going to be a BDC and or an internet salesperson. I said it doesn't matter what department you work in, you're going to be an internet salesperson or a BDC salesperson. Well, I'm not so sure that's the case, but I still believe that every salesperson, every finance manager for that matter, needs to learn the skills of a BDC or an internet salesperson. Now, what are those skills? Well, they're all communication skills. Certainly, I think everybody needs to get better on the telephone. Most of the telephone training out there, quite frankly, is just awful. I don't think any script-based telephone training program has got a prayer of working. By the way, never has. So phone skills, I think, are going to be more important than ever. Voice messaging skills. Very few people teach voice messaging skills, yet most of the time when we call people, we end up leaving voice messages. I mystery shop all the time. And I mystery shop because I'm looking for people smarter than I am. I'm looking for good ideas. I'm looking for good telephone rap. I'm looking for good voice messages. I'm looking for good emails. I'm looking for things that would make me want to come to someone's store. So I find that most voice messages are just awful. So there is a skill that is neglected by most salespeople. Video messaging skills. You know, I'm still stunned at the few people that use video effectively. Video is the customer's preferred way of seeing something or learning about something. So video messaging skills have got to improve. Email and texting skills. Look, if you can't put together a coherent, clear, concise email, grammatically correct, you need to go back to school and you need to learn how to write, because emails are great ways to communicate, but they're also great ways to turn someone off. You know, I think every salesperson, every finance manager for that matter, should have a professional social media page. And I'm not talking about a I love Donald Trump page or a I hate Donald Trump page. I'm talking about a professional social media presence. That could be a professional Facebook page, much like you're watching right now. It could be a professional Instagram page. It could be certainly a YouTube channel, a solid profile on LinkedIn. All of those. And when I say professional, I'm not talking about getting on YouTube and selling cars. I'm talking about getting on YouTube and being a subject matter expert. A finance manager should have a YouTube channel. A finance manager should be a subject matter expert. You're not on there selling service contracts or Gap or Tire and Wheel or any of the ancillary products. You're on there talking about what they do for a customer. That's a powerful, powerful page. There are some salespeople on YouTube right now that are making money hand over foot. And they're making money hand over foot not just because they're selling cars and trucks, but I saw a guy the other day, he's got over 200,000 subscribers, which probably means he's making around 10 grand a month just in YouTube AdSense money. Anybody can do it. I mean, his channel is no more professional than the man in the moon. He's just on there telling people about how to buy a car. It's incredible what he's done with it. My YouTube channel, I never in a million years thought I would have close to 50,000 subscribers. I know Jeremiah said I had 37, but Jeremiah, I've got two channels. I've got my channel and a student channel, which is also featuring me, and there's about 50,000 subscribers between the two. So, look, everybody needs to get a professional social media presence. And again, I'm not talking about selling F&I products. I'm not talking about selling cars. I'm talking about helping people or answering the questions people have about our business. Okay? I get watched 140,000 times a month. Why? Because I'm handsome? No. Because I'm young? No. Because all I'm doing is role playing with car salespeople and managers. But people tune in because they're trying to figure out the best way to buy a car. I don't have any secrets. Everything I teach is above board, honest, totally mathematically correct and logical. I still get trashed, by the way, because they perceive me as a car salesperson, but I guess that's the lot we've learned to live with. Shaking hands. If I'd have told you in December that we would never shake hands again, you'd have thought I was a lunatic. But the fact of the matter is we probably will not shake hands anytime in the near future. Hopefully a vaccine comes along and it all goes away. I just don't know what's going to happen. And your meet and greets. If you're not planning, again, whether you're a finance manager or a salesperson, or heck, a sales manager for that matter, you need to plan on meeting and greeting people by video, by email, by telephone, by video chat, by text, and your meet and greets have better be every bit as solid as they would be if they were in person. So these are the skills that we're trying to help salespeople improve. Now, some things aren't going to change at all. What's not going to change? Well, customers still need to like and trust you, okay? But now you're trying to build that likability and trust virtually, by video, by telephone, by chat, by text, by smoke signals if necessary. It's still important. Rapport is still going to be important, just more difficult to build right now. And guess what? You're still going to have to handle the predictable objections, whether people are buying online, by telephone, by email, or in person. People are still going to object to the price. They're still going to object to the payment. They're still going to object to the trade-in. They're still going to object to putting cash down. Why are they going to do that? Because that's the way we've taught them to do it. So, what are my thoughts? Well, my thoughts are some of the fundamental skills that we've always needed to help people buy cars are still there. but those fundamental skills are going to have to be communicated in different manner, in a different manner. Again, my first choice is always to be sitting in front of a customer, but if I can't sit in front of a customer, I'm going to have to do it on the phone. If I can't do it on the phone, I'm going to have to do it in a video. If I can't do it on a video, I'm going to have to do it in a video chat or a text or just a regular chat. I'm going to have to learn to communicate, not just better, I'm going to have to learn to communicate in different ways. So, those are my thoughts for Wednesday morning. I think it's May 20th. I could be wrong. But anyway, Jeremiah, thank you for this opportunity. I hope this has been of some help to someone. And I hope that my mask does, in fact, make me look younger. All the best to all of you. Have a great day. Stay healthy, and let's get through this pandemic.